Hi everyone, Daniel Soletti here, author and creator of the 007 00 Soletti missions. I'm here to give you a little bit of bonus material on the story you just heard, The Spy Who Left Me. If you've heard other 00 Soletti missions before, then you might realize this one sounds a little bit different in the way it was written. Well, that's because, oddly enough, even though this takes place right in the middle of 00 Soletti's career, this is actually the very first book I wrote, and that little thing at the beginning is the reason I wrote it. I had a very close friend, crush, back in when I lived in New Jersey named Serena, and I dedicated this book for her on Valentine's Day. Now, even though I used my name as the character's name, Daniel Soletti, like a fictional version of myself, Serena is the only other exact name that I took from a person. I've said before where in these stories I base a lot of characters off of people I know, but she's the only one who is directly based off of and kept her name. New Jersey, of course, is where I originally lived. When 00 Soletti refers to living there for 14 years, that's the same amount of time I lived there. And the carnival is actually based off of a carnival that my grade school used to put on at St. Joan of Arc. And they used to put on this giant midway and have all these crazy rides. And it was actually a good time, at least from my perspective. I know some people were a little bit iffy on it, but, it was a good kids' carnival, so that's a lot of fun. As like I said, I like to base characters off of real people. Steamhold was based off of the time I needed someone to play the villain, so I put up my friend Brennan Corrigan as the role of Steamhold. He plays a really good evil person. I knew him very well in high school, so I definitely know he could definitely play this role. The role of Pancho was played by another high school friend of mine, Peter Dubois. At least I inspired him off of... I inspired Pancho off of Peter because he is this big guy who's a track star, and I bet he could hurt me if I got him mad enough. And the murder mystery party at the beginning of the story was based off of another high school event where they actually held a murder mystery party in the library, and so it was kind of the same setting that I was going for. You also see there are actually a lot of similarities between this and the actual story this is, I guess you could say, based off of, which is The Spy Who Loved Me. Bond rides a jet ski in both of them. There's a lot of escape pods and stuff like that. Sea life definitely plays a role in both of these stories, and seaboards and stuff like that. So there's definitely some similarities. And this is actually one of my shortest 00 Soletti stories, clocking in at 15 pages. So it definitely is a quick one that you can get through. There really isn't too much else left in this. It was a short story, so, there's not too much bonus material you can base anything else off of. The one little reference that I know I remember putting into this story was when Serena says that she doesn't want it to end, the adventure that we're having and the whole get-together. 00 Soletti says that he remembers another couple saying, "I don't want it to end." And if you remember listening to such stories such as Water Lily and Your Eyes Are Lonely, then you know I have a thing for Danica McKellar from The Wonder Years, and that was actually Winnie's line from the finale, where she says to Kevin, "I don't want it to end," having be their relationship, and, kind of like a wink-wink, nod-nod to the audience. She doesn't want the show to end because it was the series finale. So that's like the one little reference that if you caught it, good for you. If not, there you are. So, until another story, I hope you enjoyed these little facts, and then we'll see you in the next story. Enjoy.